I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he's upended at the 33. Pickup of 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run again with Harris.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at the 20. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Running left, it's Mixon. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. Touchdown! Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hunter Renfrow to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now left side on the swing pass. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Steelers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And again, it's Mayfield.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. Harris running straight ahead.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. Pushing and finding his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Baker Mayfield keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
On 1, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Campbell making the catch. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Gun. 11 MT, paint. 11 MT, paint.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here's Renfro. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Open man downfield is Duvernay.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Devin Duvernay.
45 yards.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here's Renfro. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Run.
Throwing, Mayfield. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, can.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
11 mighty.
From the 44, Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Well, the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
McPherson's kick is good,
and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the 1st half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Ed Oliver that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From his end zone, here's Renfro. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase,
a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here's Renfro. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From his end zone, here's Renfro. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Mayfield on play action.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Montez Sweat with a tackle.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a second down and 6.
Here's Mayfield. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying it. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lot.
And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
And the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Under pressure, and they got to him again. T.J. Watt drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Mayfield now. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Montez Sweat in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Marquise Bell.
Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now here is another interception.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation,
trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield.
That swung out wide to Harris. He's up to the 20.
And some room to work. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Play action. It's Burrow. Looking for Campbell downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
He gets it complete to Harris. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Mayfield to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world. I ain't never sell